Dr. Owusu Ochoa. It's Dr. O for the 804. As the premier knee and hip shoulder sports surgeon in Virginia, I would like to remind you that health equals power. Sports build and uplift communities, nothing else can. The mission of sports medicine is to keep athletes of all ages and levels at the top of their game. Dr. O is located at Ortho, Virginia, Schrader Road office location. Appointments can be scheduled online at orthovirginia.com or by calling 804-939-6688. You can follow Dr. O on Instagram at Dr. O _ for the 804 and uplifting educational content about sports health.
Hi everyone, I'm Coach Rick Stockel. I am co-owner of Newman & Dunn Real Estate here in Central Virginia, as well as I am a high school boys basketball coach at Monacan High School. I've sold over 1,300 homes here in Central Virginia, and I would love to work with you and your family in your home buying needs. I am a proud primary sponsor of Ballin in Virginia, and I hope you enjoy this show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BallinVA. I am your host, Chase Myers. We are here. We took the tour down Route 5 today. We are here with the coaching staff of the Varina Blue Devils. We got Coach Marcus Lewis, Coach Puka, Coach Q, Coach Fitz, and another coach down there. Yeah. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. And I'm also here with with Mr. Lee Mary, the founder of this platform. Great man. So let's get it started.
Start with Coach Q.
That's what's up. I'm Coach Q, offensive line coach at Varina High School.
Puka Scott, OC. Marcus Lewis, DC head coach.
Chris Tedder, linebackers coach.
Justin Fitzgerald, special teams coordinator and safety coach.
Yeah, guys, we up here today, man, and I appreciate Chase being on this. We were fresh off last night. We just gonna get right into it, man. You know, I can't let these guys no slack. We did this is September 6th. We decided to do this podcast today. This is fresh off of last night's loss against Merritte High School. I will call it one of the best games I've seen in the 804. And we want to talk to them about last night's game, and we're going to go right into it. Coach, what's going on, Marcus?
Fell short. I mean, too many penalties, too many mistakes. In a game like that, man, you can't have that. Had a touchdown call back. It's just one of those days, man. We got to clean up some things. Like what we saw, our kids kept fighting for 4 quarters. Just got to eliminate some of those mistakes, man.
Yeah, man, the atmosphere was great last night, man. I mean, like, you couldn't ask for a much better 7-5-7. Y'all know I'm pissed off because, again, I give 7-5-7 hard time. You know, but let it be known. Don't get it twisted. We're gonna be back. We're coming back down to 7-5-7 this week against Norfolk. Sorry, Norfolk. Y'all just got to get your ass kicked this week. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where it's just gonna be. But Coach said Justin, right?
Yep.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm not fucking up big time. Give us your take from last night, man.
Like Coach said, you know, we just had some miscues that definitely hurt us. Feel very confident that we beat ourselves, and I feel like it's that case every day, every week. If we don't beat ourselves, we're gonna be all right. Plays that we cannot have happen in that caliber of game, certain mistakes you just can't make. And more is a team that's good enough to be able to capitalize on certain mistakes. They did what they're supposed to do in those moments, and we didn't do what we're supposed to do in certain moments. So we'll learn from it, we'll get better, and we'll respond the right way next week and going forward.
What did y'all see in film study? I know y'all had film study this morning and everything like this. The difference, how you feel from a game last night and you watch it and you go home and sleep on it, you come back and you see, did y'all see a lot of different things in film study today that you're like, wow, we could have done this better, we could have done this, or stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's positives, things that we can definitely build on as well, that we noticed last night and saw it again. When we looked at the film last night and this morning, but also things that we got to make sure we clean up. Again, certain things that, you know, on certain teams, you might be able to run it back and come back to it and have the same amount of success, but on certain caliber teams, you got to get it done right then and there. So yeah, it's trying to clean up things along the way.
I'm gonna come to you with the same question, man. What did you see last night, man?
Like execution. I feel like we did everything, you know, to get the win. Just like execution today after watching the film.
But look, what I say from this, you talking about Maury, like I said, I would say right now, and I can say this in front of these guys because I'm not afraid to say it. Based off what we won last night, right now, they still the best team in the state right now. They proved it last night. Just, whether they agree or disagree with me, I thought that Diary McCain, handled everything with class. This was clearly a game that Varina should have won if anybody was here. But we're going to also give kudos to what Mark that got the win. They was able to pull it out. It was, it was a back and forth seesaw battle. It was a lot of different things, man. And so no try to give no backhanded compliments and stuff like that. You got to win these games, whether you win by 10, whether you win by 20, whether you win by 1. They got it done. They came up here, they got it done in an environment that I was like, oh, man, the crowd, I think it was going to get to them. They got a new young team, stuff like that, and they was able to pull it off. But talking to Coach McCain last night, Marcus, he did say in his post-game interview that having that game last week helped them win today.
It did. They had to play 4 quarters the first game. We didn't. And it showed. This was our first game. Our kids had to play for 4 quarters. We had a lot of people cramping. Just not doing the things that we tell them to do all week, drinking water, making sure they eat. We had a damn pep rally that I didn't know about with our kids outside. And there's no excuse at the end of the day. But certain things like that, we can't have that before no game like this. It was hot as hell.
Yeah, it was hot yesterday. Very humid.
But yeah, it definitely, that game helped them for sure be prepared for this game for sure.
Coach Puka, coming to you, man, coming back home to Route 5, bro. This is where it's all started for you. You back home over here. It's the OC now. What did you see last night, man?
I saw, like Coach said, we had opportunities, man, that we just didn't capitalize off of. We had a touchdown call back that was a very questionable call, but we can't leave it in the rough hands at the end of the day. I thought we really ran the ball very effectively last night.
Yeah.
We rushed for over 200, maybe 230 yards. And rushing the football, man, at this stage is very important. And hey, let's face it, man, Moore is a state caliber team.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and I preached that all week because I've played against Moore being at Highland Springs. I think we played Moore 5 or 6 times. So I knew what the game was going to be like.
You're on them too.
Yeah, and I talked to these guys about it all week. But it's just things that we got to clean up ourselves where we can't beat ourselves. And today we just finished film study. And I think within the first 25 plays, we had 3 or 4 plays that should have been touchdowns that we just didn't capitalize on. But we're going to build on it. Believe that. And I can tell you what, we'll never play like that again. We'll never play like that again. So, sure.
Coach Q, coming to you, man. Same thing, man. I got to go through all the coaches and see everybody got different eyes. So what did you see last night?
Honest, I was thankful for the moment. Our kids got a chance to feel a playoff game early.
Yes.
Right? Since even the championship style feel early with the crowd and, a tough opponent, right? And so I look at the regular season different from maybe other people. To me, the regular season is the preseason. Yeah. We're playing for a 5-game season. So we need to hold the mirror up to ourselves as much as possible to fix those small things. And this is my 22nd season coaching. This is one of the best complete teams that I've been a part of, including the staff. So I'm not so concerned about a loss as much as that we know that we can fix all those things. Nothing that we saw last night was things we felt like that we couldn't clean up or fix. One thing here or there. Again, giving Moore all the credit. They came on the road to our house and they won. So that's a period on that. And also, we're playing for the 4A championship. So
absolutely,
we got some good building blocks to do that.
Yeah, when I talked to Coach Priv in his post game as well, he said these guys should have no problem the rest of the way. He said much kudos. He was just like, man, he was just giving props last night. We just talk about how well you guys was coaching.
Like he looked at us right after the game and was like, "This have no problem before."
Yep, and and not to disrespect anybody else. It's just the match was there. He know you guys, and by playing, against you guys over the years, especially 2019, Marcus. So it ain't nothing like this. What I want to say to you as well, because I talked to Coach, the AD, Coach Folsom yesterday, and he mentioned something to me that, I said it was just going to be big. A lot of y'all big games is on the road this year, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he was just like, man, this is going to probably be the only big game here, that, because y'all going to have to go to Hermitage. You got to go to
Holland Springs.
Holland Springs. You got to drive down to Norcom next week.
Yep.
So, just Coach Hawk, even though they're not what they were, but they still Norcom program and other teams. How do you think that's going to last night with the adversity guys cramping up, just the kids from an emotional standpoint? How do you think that's going to go going forward? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the eye in the sky don't lie. The kids saw everything that we've been saying. So now they know and understand, like, hey, what we've been preaching all week or before the season starts, we have to take everything serious. That's preparation. Taking care of their bodies, icing, eating, just doing all the little things right, which will affect us on the football field. Because we got to have our players in. A couple times, fourth down, whether it's on defense or offense, we didn't have our guys in. And to win ball games like that, we have to be prepared from that mindset. So I think it's definitely something that we're definitely going to build on. Like Puka said, it won't happen again. You know what I mean? We how much time we put into this thing, man? I'm ready to go back to practice. Honestly, just us doing it now. I did it out of respect for you. I hate losing. I couldn't sleep, but at the end of the day, man, you gotta take your team through these moments right now to get prepared for the playoffs. And that's why we got our schedule the way it is. It's to get us ready for that first playoff. So, I mean, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to Monday. Looking forward to this preparation each day this week to get ready for Friday.
Well, like I told Diary yesterday, I appreciate what y'all doing for us as fans and media people. Because as we seeing, it's hard to get great teams to play against each other all the time. To come out here on a Friday night, to rush to get off work, to come over here to be on the sideline and watch this game last night, and to get that game.
Yeah.
I hated for somebody to lose last night. Yeah. I'd rather for it to been 75-7 to lose. But it's just the fact that, man, I walked away last night and I was like, God damn it. But I felt good about it.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to come back to you, Coach. Give me some of the positive things that you saw for some of the players last night that you coached. Whether it was the running game, whether it was the line, D-line, just, special teams. What did you see from, some positive?
Yeah, it was a lot of positives. Like Coach mentioned earlier, anytime that you can establish a run, in order to win big games in the playoffs, you got to be able to run the ball and you got to be able to be solid on defense. And I think we checked both those boxes again last night. Again, our guys fought. The game didn't go our way, but it wasn't because of lack of effort, a lack of cohesiveness. Our guys stayed together. They fought. We responded to adversity well. Nobody head dropped. So the belief in each other, the belief in the coaching staff, the communication was well between, coaches and players. So,
I did see that.
It was a lot to build off of. And then being able to see is, as long as we're intentional about addressing the things that we have control over, we're going to be fine with our end result.
I'm going to go with you. Same question, Coach. What did you see? Me positive.
Our kids going against the talent. That was a playoff atmosphere yesterday.
Okay.
And we need that. So, I mean, we got a chance to test our kids, see how we do moving forward.
I must say, too, man, that I like, and this is where you know that you guys are really trying to win that game. I like that y'all were aggressive, fourth down. Oh, yeah. Y'all, fake punt, you did that. Then you went for it on the 4th and 2. Like you said, they didn't capitalize on that. I believe that would have been the difference in the game. And then when they came back, they capitalized and make the big play, which eventually got them to win a touchdown. I love that because most people be conservative and be like, okay, well, we going to win. So for me, if I was a player, which I am not, but if I was a player, I would kind of, I know you're speaking from a 50-year-old man versus a 90-year-old man, but if I'm these kids, I'm like, look, these coaches believe in us. Because I'm like, they want to take the chances and stuff like that. So a lot of times, people be scared to take chances. So, Puka, what you have to say about that, Coach?
I was about to say, before you go to Puka, the only thing that I'm beating myself up when they jumped outside on the field goal. If I knew we missed it the first time, I would have went for the extra point. I looked over, I think Puka was over there talking to the kids. So that's one of them things, man, as a head coach, I learned for myself, just like, go with my gut. But I thought it went in, it didn't. If I knew he missed it, we would have went for it. So things like that, man.
What you think, Puka?
Just positives. Positives, man, we fought. We fought all the way to the end. I told these guys this morning at film, and I told the guys last night, as long as I know that they're fighting, I feel good. I don't feel good about the loss because I hate losing as well.
Yeah, I can't stand.
But the fact that they fought all the way into the last second ticked off their clock shows me that we got something to build on. Me coming in this year as the OC, of course, we had to basically start from the bottom up. So we are nowhere near where we're going to be week 10, week 11, week 12. We're still building right now. And I think with the running game we got right now, it's going to be hard to stop us down the stretch.
Man,
Speaking of which, let's talk about that three-headed monster y'all got. Hats off to goddamn Darren Williams, because that kid is a certified, pardon my language, motherfucking dog.
Definitely.
And like, I believe he's the most under-recruited kid out of the three y'all have got.
Absolutely.
And no disrespect to the other two, but I feel he was the best one out of the three. And like, everybody played their role. Sir Paul, you know he's going to be blazing fast, and Farley still did his role and played very well.
Yeah, Mike had an excellent game.
Sure did.
And something we've been doing with Mike, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be on film, so I don't mind saying it. Mike has excellent hands.
Absolutely.
For a bigger back, he's quick, elite foot quickness. As last night y'all saw him make some extraordinary runs. So it's great problem to have. Sure. But I feel very confident about everything we're doing.
Absolutely.
And the direction we're heading.
Yeah, like I remember looking back when I watched the Phoebus game, it was like they couldn't run the ball.
Yeah.
And then when y'all had those three come in, I was like, this is going to be what puts them over the top. That's why I'll say it right now on camera, no disrespect to Blunt, but y'all are my pick for 4 because y'all are so complete. Defense, y'all have got God knows how many D1 kids.
Yes.
Offense is electric. Even with Caleb being as small as he is at 5'10", he plays like he's 6'4". And it's the most complete team, I'm not going to say in this whole entire state, because I think Smith and y'all are probably pretty close, but y'all's team is so exciting to watch.
We're going to keep building. That's all I can say. I'm very happy with it. One thing I want to speak on is our offensive line. Our offensive line has come together. Coach Q and his crew, our offensive line, they're awesome. We got a young right tackle who his light came on this week. Doing practice, and John Mail is about 6'5",
Couple D
295,
285. The light switched on for him this week, and last night he played with the same intensity he played with in practice all week. So with him turning the corner and the other guys we have, I feel real confident in where we heading.
Sure. I'm going to go to you, Coach Q. Coach, the positives.
Again, I'm the O-line coach, so I got to piggyback on my guys. The grit that they played with, the determination, the togetherness, the calmness under pressure. I'm an old Marine, so I love those environments and to be able to communicate in those environments where it's high stress. A lot of men turn to boys. A lot of boys turn to babies in those environments. And between my offensive line, that defense playing lights out, I think it was 3 or 4 big fourth downs where they got us the ball back. Where that team is the high caliber that they were, they should have scored.
Right.
And they stayed in the pocket time after time. And then for me, the last thing is us as a staff, right? So that was our first time,
right,
especially on the offensive side. We communicated like men the whole way. Nobody had any fall apart moments. Hey, coach, this is what I see. This is what I think. I trust your judgment. And it's just a building process. Again, these 10 games are preseason. We playing for the 5 at the end.
Yep.
And so that's my mentality. Show us where we feel like we have holes so we can repair them. And it's going to be somebody else's fucking problem.
And that was the thing that I want to commend you guys last night, man, because me, I get to go back and forth, and that's the luxury I think that I have, and I thank you guys for allowing me to do that. I watched y'all coaching staff last night communicate very well to the kids, man, and just everything was even just backing up behind the yellow line, making sure us as media, making sure that we're in the right places and everything like that. And when you have so much stuff going on and everything like that with the kids cramping, the trainers and everything, I thought that y'all handled everything very well from what I've seen from my perspective. And y'all know me. I could if it was some stuff that it wasn't supposed to be, I would simply tell y'all. Y'all know that. I'm not gonna cut any corners on that. You know, yes, I did say that in the game I would like to see that you got to punch those guys in the mouth, and not just from a Varina standpoint. It's a personal standpoint for me, just from the culture of the 757. Everything is dog mentality. And I'm here to let them know, no, we got that up here too. You know, so that's just why I made my prediction or whatever, what I would say and stuff like that. But you guys, as far as coaching, y'all handle that stuff very well. That's why I know that the rest of the games down the way, whether I'm there or not, I know between me and Chase will be there, somebody will be there.
I was very, very impressed. And I'm not saying like it was never like that before, because people will read into shit. Don't read into shit, because it ain't put that in there. Stop that shit. But what I'm just saying is that I just love the fact that, like Q was saying, everybody was on point. So I know going forward the rest of the way each game is going to be like. So that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah. Wait till it start clicking.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I want to see the finished product. And I can't wait for that. So that's why I was like, man, just week by week, I got to get over to some of these practices and just see some of these things. So for me, the coaches don't get enough. You get a lot of criticism when you lose, but you don't. But we don't hear the criticism. I mean, you don't hear the positive stuff when you lose. So I want to kind of let y'all know that, man.
You know, everybody think they're coaching the stands. That's whether we win or
yeah.
lose.
Oh my God. You know, oh, they cheating and all this stuff like that. I try to stay out there, but I just try to defend you guys when I can, stuff like that. Puka, I want to do this while I just touched on, man, before Chase come in. I was telling, I don't know if I was talking to you. It may have been somebody, but I love the way I've seen the maturation of Caleb White.
Oh my God, yes.
Knowing from me, seeing last year or the last 2 years, you see athlete. What I saw from the first game, I see he's progressing and looking like a quarterback. What would you say about that? Would I be wrong in saying that?
You'd be absolutely correct. Caleb is a point guard, man. He's a point guard on the safety and defense. I mean, and that's the problem. He's the best safety we got. He's the best quarterback we got. But the best thing about Caleb, he's very coachable. He's very coachable. He's a kid who was really rough on himself. And it's not. This is. I don't even know if I'm gonna say it anyway. Caleb wasn't feeling good last night. He wasn't feeling well at all. But he pressed through the entire game and played to the end. But he is definitely becoming a better quarterback. The game is slowing down for Caleb right now. And I can't wait to see what he's going to be looking like in another 10 to 12 weeks as well. But he's a true leader. He's not really a vocal leader. I'm trying to get him to that point.
Yeah, he's on quiet.
Yeah, but Caleb is special. He's a special kid. Yeah. And he get it naturally, man. It's in his blood, man. His daddy was special, brother. You know what I'm saying? Harry Lee's his uncle. He was special. So they have a family full of athletes, man. So yeah, I'm very excited to get an opportunity to work with Caleb.
Yeah, I'll even say something about that. As I said before, he is like 5'9", 5'10", and plays like he's 6'4".
Absolutely.
And I've never seen anything like it.
He only plays one speed, man.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. I picked my phone up because I wanted to give times. I'm very detailed with stuff. I ain't perfect at this stuff. I just kind of raw at this stuff. I got a text from somebody in the stands at 9 o'clock last night, and they said, this is how you settle down your QB. I ain't going to tell you who it's from, but this is what I got. So you know I'm not lying about what I was talking about the coaches in general, about what you guys did for each of y'all positions. It just is a total. So this is what they were saying about Caleb. So whatever you're doing, man, y'all just keep doing it, whether it's a collection, whether it's you, whether it's Marcus, or whoever it is, just whatever you guys doing, keep doing it. Because I'm going to tell y'all, December 14th, or whenever y'all play, I don't want y'all to come back here, and guys, I'm saying this, I don't want to come back here with another loss. Because I can't take that. I can't take that. I can't. Look, y'all as coaching staff deal with it every day. Me, from a media standpoint, I got to deal with these guys. And I love those guys down there. That's what makes our state great.
For sure.
Because we're just trying to bridge this gap. And now we're seeing it, that those guys down there said, those guys up there around 5 can play. Those guys over there at Holland Springs can play. Oh, those guys over there at Dinwiddie, they can play. We're starting to get that now, and that's what I particularly wanted, because it was so one-sided. And you remember when we did the Holland Springs podcast last year, when Coach Johnson alluded, when he came up here from Florida, he was at Virginia Tech, all he was here, we hear about 757, this, that, and the third. No, not no more, bro. Yeah. You know, we can't have that. They got the win last night, but believe me, I think that title will be coming back to Route 5 this year. So whether it's Huguenot or anybody, y'all can call me, y'all can DM me, y'all know how to find me.
Huguenot ain't got no room to talk.
No. I'm saying what I'm saying based on what I've seen, because I've been in some games this year. I've been in 3 games this week. I mean, this year so far. I guess we're in the short season. Let me tell you something.
I've seen what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I know what championship teams look like.
And they
You
got
want
the
to check
look.
my resume? Well, y'all already know what my resume is. Like, so do that. I see what I see. So if y'all want to shut me up, if you feel like they're not going to do this, and I'm not trying to put any pressure on them, then prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. Chase, go ahead.
I mean, piggyback. The one game everybody knows about outside of Moore was the Grimsley game. And number one player, no matter where, well, depending on where you look in the country, how do you think that this Moore game helped y'all prepare for that?
Good question. Who want to answer that? Anybody?
I'll answer it. I think it prepared us because, like Marcus said, last week we played
William Fleming.
William Fleming. Our starters didn't play any in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them all week that we're going to have to play 4 quarters this week.
Absolutely.
So preparing us for that. The atmosphere as well. Grimsley has a great backing down there. They got a nice stadium, so it's going to be a packed game. And our kids learned last night how to fight through adversity.
Yes.
Even though we didn't come out with the win, like I said, they fought and stayed together. I told them that just now in film. I was so happy that they stayed together.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the bad times, nobody was blaming each other or
Yeah, I
nothing
didn't
like
get
that.
none of that.
Yeah, they had none of that going on. They were still uplifting each other. So that definitely helped us prepare for Grimsley, because Grimsley, that's going to be a tough task to go down there and get that W, but I think we definitely up for it.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna say something before you go on. I'm getting warmed up now because I've been kind of spinning around. But what I'm about to say is directed to the Route 5 fan base. When you go down to Grimsley, now again, y'all want to be mad at me? So be it. We need y'all to be live, bro. I was kind of disappointed last night that the fans were not engaged more.
Yeah, because when
the defense was playing.
when Bull's dad was trying to get him amped up and everybody
Yeah.
else was, it was
kind of
dead
low,
silent. I'm like,
right?
What the hell are you doing?
So going forward, whether you're playing Grimsley, whether you're playing on the road, or whoever you're playing against, the fans, and that's it generally just last night. And the reason why I say that, because I went to the Gonzaga Oscar Smith game. And one thing I know, it was loud in there when they played. Oscar Smith had trouble getting their plays in. And I understand they got a whole student section, and I know they don't have that here, but this game was packed. I looked up in the home stands, like whether you was a 757 person or whatever it was more Varina people, East End people here last night. And I'm calling y'all out. Y'all need to be loud. Y'all need to be. You don't see a team like this Memorial all the time coming up here, 3-time state champion up here. So you might not like what I said, but I said it. You need to be more engaged. They say up here, the coaches, position coming to coaches up here, telling y'all get your asses up and goddamn start yelling. These coaches put more time into y'all kids than they are at home. So when they say that they need something, don't take this personally. If you take this personally, then so be it. But y'all need to be more engaged. These kids, they here doing the podcast with me. They should be at home. So I need to see more of that. So when you go to Hermitage, when you go to Norfolk, whoever's driving that, you need that energy. Because I think these coaches and these kids feed off of that. They need to see that more. So if you're going to be screaming Route 5 and all this other stuff, I'm calling you out. And if you got something to say, be in the comment section on Tuesday, because this podcast coming out so y'all can see it. Go ahead, Chase. That's enough.
I mean,
I'm gonna put them on notice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
The crazy part about this, man, my wife talks about it all the time. Like, I can't hear it when I'm coaching. I'm in the zone.
It was non-existent. It was non-existent last night.
My wife, we've been together since I was in high school or middle school. And she was talking about, when I used to come to y'all games, you got the cowbells.
Yeah, you ain't
like
that.
So I'm like, man, I'm trying my best to create that atmosphere. You know what I mean? From doing a little bit of everything. So I said, man, I got somebody to go get some cowbells and sell that or something like that to get some more noise going on.
Yeah, because you got the horns and everything when you're scoring a touchdown. Everybody like this. I need that same energy when they say defense, whatever. You need that stuff.
Dinwiddie's guy with their dang cannon, or Louisa's guy with their motorcycles running out onto the field.
Yeah, going down to Dinwiddie when you see that daggone horse running back and forth and everything like that, man. That daggone cannon. Don't you go down to Dinwiddie, you know you got to bring it. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that
you need that stuff, and it's going to be important, especially when you win in championships.
For sure.
I know I've been a part of that. I've seen that, and the one thing those kids they look back, normally at predominantly white schools, you see student sections. You don't have that in the public school form, So, but when you see these parents and the wives and the girlfriends and everything, yeah, they be yelling and stuff like that. But you need a whole stadium.
Yeah.
This is a bit of goddamn big stadium here, so this place should be rocking.
Yeah.
So that's just me. I know somebody. You're gonna have one person that's gonna come to me and say some stuff like this. I'm gonna just take it, but be nice. Be nice. So we just need to see more of that because it's gonna help them in the long run. Chase, what you got, man?
Well, I see Coach Folsom sitting over there, but I would want to know, how the heck did y'all make that?
That was all we got right here, man. Since he's been here, man, things have changed, man. He got a lot of stuff that we didn't have. We're trying to bring the culture. I mean, he's trying to just spicing up the thing, man. And he's been doing an amazing job, man. I'm thankful that he's here. When I call on him, man, he's there for me, man. So he's there for the team. He's big about, just bringing that atmosphere, man. He's big on winning, along with the principal as well. So, I mean, things are changing. It's a lot of things that we still trying to get some new lights. That jump was terrible over that jump, man. Trying to get some new sound systems. So, a new field house. I mean, some of this stuff been here since I played. So, I mean, he's kind of taking that off my hand and kind of working behind the scenes to get all that stuff for us and for our team.
Let me ask you this question. What is the future for Varina football? So what I mean by that, like your schedule this year was, very heavy, which we like. It was the Grimsley game replaced the Hayfield game that could have been, but it wasn't. So what is the future like? What do you have planned for, do y'all plan on like traveling, maybe some more out-of-state games or?
So right now we locked in for a 2-year contract.
Okay.
So what we playing now, we'll be playing, next year as well.
So you go to Merritte next year,
Yep.
and Grimsley will
come here.
Okay.
William Fleming will come here. So I mean, after that contract is up, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we're not running from anything. Outside of getting us prepared or getting our kids and coaching staff prepared for the playoff, it's helping our kids in college. We got 2 kids now that's freshmen that's playing, and that's because the teams and we'll be putting our kids in is getting them prepared for college. At the end of the day, that's our goal. Of course, we want to win state championships, but we want to make sure our student athletes is ready when they go to college as well. So, I mean, I feel like that's what we're creating here.
I would say that's beautiful because a lot of times you got programs and you see that they just kind of just about winning championships, just kind of leave it like that. They don't kind of put too much into the student aspect of it. So I like that.
Man, that's teaching on, man. With us, man, our kids will call us outside of football, man. I mean, it's a family, it's a village. So some of them ain't got fathers. They look at us like father figures as well. And to me, that means way more than anything, wins and losses.
I got something for you. I won't go right down the line and start with you. With the expectations, do y'all feel the expectations with everything, with all the transfers? I should say
Fantastic
that.
question.
With the games, big games, everything. You kind of, when you go out in the public, grocery stores or wherever else, do you kind of have people come up to you more so than years past?
I mean, it might be a little bit more chatter from the outside world, but I mean, I think us, like, we expect to win everything every day anyway. So it's just another year to just be who we are.
Yeah.
So in terms of, do I feel any pressure, expectations? Not really.
Okay. Yep. No, that's good. No, I want to know because sometimes not really. I only coached 4 years and I coached basketball, so it was nothing compared to this. So I always want to ask questions. Like you go out there, people walking up to you saying, "Hey man, I got some big things, like in Texas." Matter of fact, I'm asking this question based off somebody was talking. One of my friends was talking about what's the movie, the Friday Night Lights, and you got the guys coming in there, man, who play that permanent with the rings and stuff. Like, hey man, you gotta win one of these, So do y'all y'all don't get that type of pressure around here with like, hey, around the football, man, from some of the OGs or just people in general say, hey, this year championship or bust. Y'all kind of feel that expectation and stuff like that with everything that's been going on, like you said, the chatter from us on the outside, because we're the ones that's doing it.
I mean, for me personally, I block it out. I mean, we already expect that anyway. So I don't really, ain't nobody putting the time in that we putting in, man. We respect the winner every game. When I play here, we always been a winner. So when you new to, that ain't nothing new. You know what I mean? It's just we got to get we just got to finish at the end of the day, man. But
now with the social media aspect,
yeah.
we got more of the.
I think it's probably more so on the kids
Yeah.
and getting them to block that stuff out than us. I actually use it for fuel for me.
Okay.
Man, you got to work regular jobs. We ain't, like some of them programs in Texas, that's all they do is focus on football. Let me be able to just focus on football every day, all day.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But, yeah. So
compared to here, it's
So I need that fuel. You know what I mean? So I use it as fuel. I write it down. I remember who it is. Cool. Just keep that same energy when we play you. You know what I mean? But people around here, man, it's Richmond different, dog. You know what I mean? People they don't really want to see you win. There's even some of the people that come and dap you up. And I'm one of the people, I'm at a point now in my life, man, don't even come dap me up. If you ain't really rocking with us, man, keep that same energy. And it's to a point, man, I try to be nice about the situation. You know what I mean? I'm chill, but I really ain't chill for real. But at the same time, I know who with me. And it's these guys that we put this time in every day. Some of these parents, I mean, hands down, Mrs. Anderson, Sequoia, man, she been rocking with us. Yep. Whatever I need, man. People like that keeps me moving, keeps me going. Because it's a lot of work and time that we put into this. So I'm just focusing on who's really there for us at the end of the day. And that's some of the parents on your own team sometimes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Pouring some negatives into your kids and all that,
always
man.
have one of them.
We ain't got time for none of that. You know what I mean? And we tell our kids that, you know what I mean? It's like, look, some of them ain't really with us, man. If they coming home and they talking negative, you got to block that out. And that's hard for a kid. You know what I mean? But we really ain't been having that. The kids playing together, even with some of the guys that just came in and moved in the area, man. We still got a lot of new people that we was learning. You know what I mean? Yeah, you may did this or that, but it's different when you coming again, bringing this thing together. But like you said, we like what we saw. You know what I mean? They motivating each other. They ain't screaming, I want the ball and none of that. Everybody got the same goal, and that's the win at the end of the day. So
that's what I was like. So how was those adjustments for those young men?
It's been great, man. And you hear the chatter from all the coaches, man, this kid that, this kid this. Well, my thing is this, how you got to know this kid outside of playing football? Do you know what's going on in the household? And most of the time, the coaches ain't tapped in with that. Because once you learn that, you can really learn how to get the best out of that kid. Or when he having a bad day, he may be on something as far as a medication. He may got whatever, a mental health issue. You got to tap into these kids outside of just being football players. You know what I mean? And when you do that, man, these kids are willing to run through a brick wall. We got kids now that's at other schools that's killing it, texting me, Coach, I appreciate everything you did. And, whatever the situation was, why they left, whether it was grades or whatever the case may be, we there for our kids, whether they here or not, man. We ain't upset. We ain't mad. Hey, man, go do what you got to do, man. Go play around the football. For one, with RJ, he at Armstrong, man, this kid out there blocking punch, picking the ball up, scoring. Coach, I love you. That go way further than anything. You know what I mean?
And that's so true, man, because, and that's why I think you guys, I always say it, the East End community, because you guys embraced me. My first interview was with you guys.
Yeah.
Or with Boom and them, then it was you guys. And you guys took me in, so that's why I felt like that sometimes when you're family, it's not like when you say direct and stuff like, you can tell the ones that are real, the ones that ain't. And, I feel like I can say some things and people say, hey, you know what, this is how I feel. It's a family. Everything is always not peaches and cream. You're going to have arguments this day, but it's all for the better. And that's why I really appreciate, I get picked on sometimes like, yeah, you be over there at East End. Well, I went to school over here. I went to Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up in Highland Park. So they was like, oh, now you one of us. You from a capital district. So this is where it was. This is what I know.
Yeah.
So, I just said, I think the Varina community, Coach Folsom, the things that he do for me, just meeting him, Harry Lee, just the whole people out here in the East End, man. And I try to tell Chase the same thing. I said, Chase, once you come over here and they get to see you, they're going to appreciate you. When they get to know you, you're going to be a regular name over here. Even all the way down to the security guards. You come up here, you walk up to the gate, oh man, man, come on in, man. We check your bag, whatever. You don't have no hassle. So that's why I say that
we gonna get you in.
You're over here, and that's just from my experience. That's just what I get, and I love it, and it's infectious. So that's why it's just like this is why I be over here. But even Coach Chubb was picking with me the other day at Coach Land. Yeah, he be over there with them Varina guy. He always picking with me, but it's all love, man. So again, this is just what we do. So
just to piggyback off that, I think I'm one of the few coaches that's not from the East End.
Okay.
And I've coached in a number of different schools as well. And that's one thing I would definitely say that's different here than a lot of other places is that family feel. It's not common amongst a lot of places. And the relationships really far exceed the school building, the practice field. Like they really reach into the communities. And the families, coaches, players, and the family, they really connect and rock with each other outside of school. So, and outside of the football field. So when you know that you're there for somebody, more than just a teacher, more than just a coach, but we want to see you as an individual and the community grow, and everybody kind of got the same mission, and relationships really tie back decades. It's a different and it make a difference in the school and on the football fields.
It does. I mean, you can even come to a basketball game or a football game. You got teachers coming over here like, I was on your live last night and I heard you, they kind of correct. You know what I'm saying? It just like you respect that. Yeah. And that's why I told, man, like you said, man, it's just a beautiful thing. I'm not sure where you said you coached it before. What part of town? You from Richmond?
Yeah, I grew up on the West End area.
Okay.
So I went to Hermitage High School.
Okay.
So I was over there and played over there and coached over there for a little while, and spent some time at Goochland as well. So I've coached in a number of different areas. So
yeah, and see what I'm saying? So you see
but
that.
I'm gonna add to that. Fitz
Chase,
coached me at Goochland, so we all Fitz loved him. Had a middle school great gym teacher, even though I never remember my uniform. Fitz can tell you all about that. And then, but
it's good to see you grow there and blossom to this platform.
Yeah, tell me about this guy, because I'm gonna tell you, because all week long, man, I was Fitz. Last night, I was Fitz. I'm gonna tell y'all.
I'm gonna let you ask that question. This is a great dude, great man.
And I don't know him again.
I'm so happy for him to be on our staff. And I ain't know him. I forgot how we got introduced. Maybe J. Lou, he got the job. Told me to play college ball, but all that, he's a great person at the end of the day. Great father figure. That's what you want around your student athletes, man. And that's what we call it, Coach, the man walk. If we ain't teaching them how to be man outside of this, man, what we doing? What you doing it for? If you just doing it for state championships and wins and losses, man, you at the wrong job, man.
Yep.
So I wanted to make sure I say that about him, man.
And that's the same thing with Q. What was it before we get to that? What was it? I was at work one day and I saw we was out Chesterfield and you was moving some stuff out there and Coach Q, man, and he saw me, man. We way out we by Clover Hill. Yeah. And he go to food like come over there and dap me up, man. Like I said, man, it makes you feel like that I can call Pooper anytime. I'll call Pooper early in the morning. I always get him like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. But the fact that you guys do that, man, is man, y'all just don't know how it make me feel. Because again, for the first time in my life, I felt like it's a part of it. So, but yeah, can you please, to dealing with him is like a full-time job.
trust me,
My son's 26 years old, and my son ain't never take me through the stuff that I got to deal with him. I'm telling you, phone calls all day. But it be about good stuff.
Hang on, slow down. First, I started texting you, and then you got mad at me. You was like, "I do not answer my text. If you need me, call me." That's why I call you 6 or 7 times.
I did, but it's like raising another child. So you get, I was like, oh, I got off good. I'm spoiled, man, because my son ain't never him at 19. Go ahead, Fitch.
I'm just in middle school. Think 6th and 7th grade, I had him in my class.
Yeah.
Middle school student. Nothing.
Could never remember my gym uniform. Fitz went off on me a couple times about that. He was.
See, he gonna bring all that stuff up. That's what he do. He gonna bring all that stuff up.
Typical middle school student.
Right.
You love them, but you got to get on them. But Chase always been a good person, man. Heart always been in the right place. Always looking to be helpful. Always gonna give his best effort. Always respectful. So I'm not surprised that he is being successful in his role of life now, because those characteristics transcend any age group. So if you can do those things in any age group, then you're going to put yourself in at least a decent situation to make a positive impact. So it's good to see him, you know, in working with kids. Sometimes you always don't get the opportunity to see kids 10, 15, 20 years later and see the things that they're doing. So it's wonderful to see Chase at this stage of life. And it just kind of make you feel like you had a small piece in the success that he's had along the way. So glad to see it, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't had no other choice. He was in my DMs every week.
Hey, I called you though and blew your socks off. So
and he just kept on and kept on. And he was like, "Man, do you mind if I get your live?" I was like,
I don't know you.
like, I really don't want to do that. So me and Brendan had to put him through a test.
He calls me and goes,
So I called.
"Hey, tell me what you know." And I go, "Okay, what you want to know?" And he goes, "Who do you think wins Varina Huguenot?" I ain't gonna mince words. My dumb ass picked Huguenot, and I regretted that ever since. But once I started rifling off everything I knew about high school football, he was like, "Okay, yeah, you know." And then he called the great Matt Hatfield and he goes, "Put this kid through the test." Passed his test, and he was like, "Okay, you win."
Yeah.
Been there ever since.
Yeah, I'm stuck with him now, man. You know, so I'm trying to. Y'all will over here, man. Y'all have him on the staff, man, because I'm gonna tell y'all, man. But he's a great kid. He does his research second to none. And last night, after the game, Caleb's mom Mia and Miss Ashley, they blessed him and graced him and stuff like that. And of course Miss Anderson as well. So you don't realize it, but you're part of the family. You don't even really know this. So when you get them three to come to you, stuff like that after the game,
Yeah.
it's some good stuff, man. So.
Oh, when Kennard embraced me, I was like, okay, I think I'm in.
Kennard, yeah. Where's Kennard? Like,
that's all he talks about. I was like, okay, I want to meet this dude.
Anyway. But yeah, rest of the season, man. But like I said, got 1-1 rest of the season. So what's next, man? Next week, Norfolk. This podcast gonna be on Wednesday. I hope y'all know that.
That's cool.
So just want to let you know. So what y'all expect from Norfolk, man? Coach Hawk, one of the best coaches out there, man. He does really good work. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all know, man? Norfolk ain't what they used to be, but it's Norfolk.
I think when Brown was there, we played him a couple of years ago. I mean, like any other team from out there, play for 4 quarters, be physical, fly around. I'm not more concerned on who we playing, but what we doing.
Okay.
To be honest with you, man. And it's all about executing. We're learning from the film. We can't make the same mistakes from the past week or two. So are we getting better? It don't really matter who we playing, but are we working on the things we need to work on to be prepared for whoever we face? So that's always been my motto. Of course, I'm going to watch film and see what they do, and we go, break it down from there and figure out what we need to stop from a defense standpoint. But are we fixing and correcting the things from penalties, from turnovers, and all those things?
Man, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, like Pookie said, a lot of those questionable. But they asked for the film, the refs, I'm gonna give them, and it's gonna be a nice little note behind them, because I need to understand some of these things on what they call. But it is what it is. Like we said, we can't leave it up to them at the end of the day.
Yeah, Coach Fugle, you're going to get a call this week from somebody telling you, y'all don't dial it up on offense and don't kill them, because they say they don't want to get dogged this week. You know who I'm talking about, too. So they say they're going to give y'all a call this week and tell y'all don't hurt them too bad, because, that's just what it is. But, no, man, I mean, I don't have too much else, man. What else you got, Chase, man, before we get up out of here?
All right, yeah, I did think of something. So y'all playing, in my opinion, the toughest region in the entire state in 4B. How do you feel like now with Louisa coming down, and Lee knows I love this kid, but the running back there is the #1 kid in the country, and then you got Huguenot, who plethora of D1 talent. We saw what y'all did to them last year, so we won't bring them up. But then we got Dinwiddie with Billy Mills. How do y'all feel y'all schedule prepares you for 4B and then even further on?
I think it's the toughest in the state of all classes.
Not just 4B, I mean, the schedule we chose put us in a murderous row situation to figure out who we are. I mean, so by the time we get to those spots, God willing, we'll be healthy. That's the thing we can't control. We should have the controllables in a position where we should be executing on all cylinders. I mean, this time last year, I can speak on that, and we made it, to the championship. We're in a better spot.
Yeah.
As far as our communication, our understanding of who we are, how we're executing, even with a loss last night, I feel like we're further down the road than we were at the same time last year. And so because of that, again, barring the things we can't control, I feel confident in who we'll be when we get there. And so the region is one thing, but just our schedule we took. Marcus put together a schedule that challenges. And so we can't lay on anybody, you know? And so when we're talking to our kids, the question you had earlier was the outside noise. And now I'm old school, so I couldn't care less. And whether
He ain't even on social media.
I'm not even on social media.
Yeah, we know he ain't on social
Yeah.
media.
So it's 3 rules, right? Rule number 1 is be cool, your best attitude and max effort. And then divorce yourself from the outcome. Because if you did everything you could do in that window, it went how it was supposed to go. And so many guys get caught up in a championship game. And I've been fortunate to be a part of some at the rec level, and the one we won here. And what you don't know if you've never done it is the worst day of the year. Because your team just died. And so all the stuff we're talking about, winning a ring, and half of the people in the state don't even know we played that game that day, it's about the brotherhood.
Right.
It's about what we just did in that room. And the weeks we have is going to be short to be able to build with those young men to be better men in the world. And so outside of that, you know, obviously we're going to win everything we set out to do. But how is it pressure we're building in these kids' lives? We already won, you know? And then also we're going to win the ball games. I mean, that's like extra. Mm-hmm. But if you make it about the winning, man, it's going to be an empty existence coaching. This is basically a mentor job.
Yeah, exactly.
we keep talking about coaching. This is a mentor job for no money. We're here for the love, right?
Yeah.
We have businesses and things. I have a big family. You only got to be here for the love and the brotherhood.
Yeah, you got to be.
The money ain't there.
There is no money, so.
I tell people, man, go ahead.
No, I just said there's definitely no money in this.
Look,
Look, I tell a man, listen, you know, for us and what we do, if I got my last 2 losses to 2 teams that combined won 14 state championships, I don't think anybody can argue with that.
and 2 teams going into the season who are ranked in the top 100. So I mean, like you can't.
Y'all lost to 2 quality programs and 1 in the state championship game. I mean, what can you say? You know, I've never experienced that. And some of these kids that y'all have, to the kids that's on the team, the players and everything, y'all, they put in a lot of work and time to be able to go through these experiences and be able to tell, you know, come back here when you get older and you be able to come back and see yourself on the wall and stuff like that. That stuff means a lot to me. And so to be able to experience stuff like that is life-changing. And right now they don't get it. They won't see it until you be able to get older, have families, and you be able to come back and see that stuff. And I'm just, like you said, man, just be able to be around a group of great men like you guys and challenging these young men every day like y'all doing, especially, you know, last night in that environment. Hey, man, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world.
All right.
But I would say I give y'all credit because I can't coach today's athlete. I just can't. I can't do it.
My last question. The one thing I noticed last night, me and Lee were talking about this before. Y'all got so many coaches. How do y'all like coexist with all each other? With like, I don't know how many it was, but it had been at least 20. And like, how do y'all make sure all y'all styles mesh and like one person says one thing and the other one says, I don't want to do that? How do y'all make that whole system work?
Some JV coaches and varsity coaches.
Okay.
Look at it combined on the sideline type thing. But varsity, we probably work 12 or 13 coaches maybe.
That's not.
So it's not really a lot. We got a position coach for pretty much, you know, free safety coach, DB coach. We do got 3 online coaches, but they work well together. Running back coach. So we really don't have that many. My thing is when you got guys that's coming back, they're playing in the league, they play Division I ball, this played in college, coming back, giving back. I mean, what they bring to the table is unmatched, man. And for them just want to come back, you know what I mean? It means a lot to us and what we doing. Because you don't see a lot of other programs that got that. You know what I mean? So that means more to me than anything. So we really don't have a lot.
And also, our egos, it's the team comes first.
Yeah.
With us first. We can talk to each other about things that we see. You know, me and Puka, we communicate well. Also, Coach Robert is not here today. We ultimately, he's going to be the one standing out in front from the offensive standpoint. So he got to be cool with the call. I'm going to tell him what I see, and then I'm willing to ride with it one way or another. You know what I mean? And so those putting ourselves in a place and leaving our ego in the back seat is the reason why we mesh well together. I mean, we have a good time together as men, and then we try to do the best thing for these young guys. And even Coach Pook, if he felt like he did something that he had a better call to make, he'll admit, he's like, that was not, I shouldn't have made that call. And it's not like, yeah, you shouldn't have made that call. It's like, all right, Coach, we're gonna fix it. And so, and vice versa, Coach, I see this, and I trust your wisdom on whether or not you want to go with it or not. So you got to understand your place, first of all, because it's going to be on his neck if it don't look good in the East End. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not on mine, so why should my ego be first?
How is it that all of you guys, I want each you guys to tell me, how has it been with most notable, the additions of Puka and Robbie, since y'all been so battling each other each year? So I want y'all to kind of tell me, since y'all been going at him back and forth, with the Hot Springs Varina battle, how does it feel now to have him on the sideline with y'all?
I'll go first. I
me and you talk. But.
Yeah, I called this man as soon as I got the job trying to get him over, man. He a Varina guy, man. A lot of people don't know that, man. He coached me my junior season. We grew up in the same neighborhood. It's always been family. Him and my brother, same age, play together, or whatever the case may be. So it's family for me anyway. And it was somebody I trust. Didn't know that I was even I didn't even know I was going to be a head coach, to be honest with you. I just started coaching because I loved it or whatever. But, I mean, he was the first person I called. So he was someone I wanted to be a part of what we was doing. And I think that he deserved it. I mean, this guy put a lot of time in from Varina Rec, which people don't know, coaching here at Varina High School. And for him not to get the opportunity is crazy. I mean, when he was on JV, man, they went undefeated every year. So to me, it was his time. His time to, not to say that's what he wanted, but I feel like he deserved it. So, like I told him, as long as I'm here, he wanted to come coach and be the OC, he got it. You know what I mean? And it just happened to be, he was still coming to help. He wasn't gonna be the OC, but some things happened and shit. Like I told him, look, I ain't looking nowhere else, man. You know what I mean? I think God works and for, things happen for a reason. And I'm blessed and happy to have him and Robbie. You know what I mean? Robbie is Robbie the guy when it comes to nutrition and getting the running back straight, organization and everything. I'm a person to where, look, man, I know where I lack at times. And I'm cool with that. Hey, man, if you strong at that, go. I need you. If you willing to do it, come on. It ain't no egos for me, man. So I want to put pieces around me to where, hey, I may lack at or somebody stronger at. Hey, look, you can run special teams, Fish. You got it. Mm-hmm. Coach Tutter, I don't coach a position no more. I love the linebackers. I always coach. I coached him when he was here. But I know he know what he's doing. You know what I mean? I'm going to tap in a little bit. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just blessed to have him here. And he should have been where he at right now. Honestly, if he was, he may have been a head coach. He probably would have been a head coach a long time ago, man. But, man, we're going to take this opportunity and run with it, man.
And I want to say before y'all go, congratulations, Coach Puka, on getting in the Hall of Fame, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's well-deserved and a long time coming, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know how you felt when you got that call, stuff like that, man. But, how does it feel, man, to
Hey, it feels amazing, man. 34 years, 35 years of hard work for free. I coached him in Little League. He's a grown man with a family. I coached Kevin Lewis, who played here. That was the first group of kids I coached. I did a lot of groundwork at Varina Rec. That kind of catapulted this program. The first group of kids I had here that won the second regional championship was the first group of kids I ever coached. We made them champions down Recreation Road first. And a lot of people don't like to give credit, but I'm telling you, man, what they do in learning rep, as far as being a champion and learning the game, it carries. So that first group came in here talking about people like Damian Roots, Sherelle LaSherrod Briggs, William Pye. Like, that was the first group of guys I coached. So it felt great to get the call saying I was inducted to the Hall of Fame, because it's a thankless job, man. I've been doing this for a long time and haven't really got a lot of recognition, which I never looked for, because I do it for the love. I haven't get paid. So it felt good to be finally recognized. And then, like Marcus said, he's been on me for years, since he got it, to come and coach. And at the time I was locked in Highland Springs. And, I had a group of kids there that loved me too. And at the time I just couldn't walk away. After retiring and sitting out for a year, Marcus talked to me about just helping out in the off season with some offensive stuff. And I decided to do it. Why not? I'm a Varina guy. This is family. So I did it, and I was here, and some things happened and transpired, and the OC job came available, and Marcus asked me to do it, so I took advantage of the opportunity. So, and I'm very happy to be here to do that where I played ball at.
Q, what you got to say, man, about this man? I'm going down the road, talk about now your battles with him, and now you're coaching with him.
Well, again, my perspective is a little different too, because my oldest two sons played at Highland Springs.
Okay.
So my oldest boy Brandon is 26, and he was there 2 years before they won the first one, and he was a part of the last two. So we always had mutual respect too because of the Varina Glenlee rivalry we had. He was on the other side of that thing then. But and again, I'm an out the way guy. If we're not in close proximity, I really don't deal with you. I only care about the people that I'm building and bonding with at that time. Yeah. So it was everything negative. It was just always positive. But to have, a solid grown man in this spot to where, we can communicate and organize just feels good to put that together. And yeah, again, like I said, his resume speaks for itself. And he is as advertised. Just solid dude, humble, that wants to build and make kids better. And so what more can you ask,
So having those two kids with Robbie and Coach Puka, I started out with Coach Puka at Glen Lee.
Okay.
And I played with Robbie's son back in the East End. So seeing the kids reap the benefits of those two, the program, and it's like recycling. So it's a good addition.
Yeah, I would say, so I knew Coach Robbie a little bit more than Coach Puka, just in terms of some time back at Hermitage years ago. Knew of Coach Puka, but didn't know him as well as, now because proximity. So in terms of being competitors first, we competing. Obviously respected everything he did and had done throughout those years. Now that we're on the same sideline, we're on the same team. There's nothing but love, nothing but, how we can help each other better. Helping out with receivers, try to figure out what it is he want to do, and I can try to get my input in that. So, we got the same goals, same mission, and we just all trying to put our best foot forward in our individual ways and make this thing go. And Coach Puka is a big part of that, as well as Coach Robbie.
Well said, guys. You got anything else, Chase, while we roll up out of here?
Good.
I'm going to wish you guys, man, health, prosperity, and I just want you guys to do whatever it is y'all do, man. Bring that thing on back to 804, man. I'm always, going to be 804 over 757. I'm Virginia, but they got 3 last year, man. We got to bring one of them things back here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm always talking to them coaches every day, all the week. We got to bring that thing back here, man. So, we got to do that thing. So I wish I numbered the best. I see y'all from time to time. Y'all probably see more of him than me, but, and thank y'all for, allowing us to come over here to do it today. Cause we did pick in August, man, but then we ended up.
Yeah. So we share. When I picked the date, I didn't even realize it was right after the game, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So don't take this like we kind of set this up like we're gonna win, but no, we had picked like August 20th.
Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do this. So what you got, Chase? Good.
Bring one back for the 804. Dear God. And let's just hope Crib don't run his mouth on Tuesday.
Oh Lord. Anyway, y'all subscribe and like, man, comment everything, man. Share this thing. We're gonna be out in probably a couple of days from now, and y'all just keep supporting, man, because the reason why we play these games is so we can get money to the schools, concession, jerseys, all that stuff, man. So we need y'all support. Come to these high school games, man. Y'all can subscribe to the network and all of that. But we really need y'all input and fans to come more to the game. So continue to support. And that's it for me. We out.
Appreciate y'all watching the episode again today, y'all. Go over, make sure that y'all check out my man, rickstockel.com for any of your home buying needs. Appreciate it. Thanks again.